Hey, everybody. How are you guys doing tonight? Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. How's everybody's Monday going? I hope your weekend was restorative and restful, and I hope you did some self-care, okay? Hello, everybody. So first of all, I just want to tell everybody, thank you for the moderators. You guys are amazing. You guys always show up and help us. And you guys are amazing. I just can't thank you enough from my heart. Thank you so much for helping me. You guys are amazing. Hey, hello, Karen Conway and Angel Wings. And I want to say hi to Marie Smith from NOLA. Marie was part of our gang when we did our workshop in New Orleans. I see you're in the audience today. I hope you're doing well, my dear. And we're going to just hang out and chat, right? We're going to hang out and chat. I'm going to answer your personal questions. I'm going to answer your political questions. So right off the bat, before I get started going too far, I noticed that Stephanie was the very first person in the chat today. And she says, any messages from my guides? She says she's struggling. Look, dear, we're all struggling. I think it's fair to say that we're all struggling. It's a hard time right now. The energy is very dense. It feels hard to be motivated. Feels hard to get anything done. But specifically for you, Stephanie, right. Here's what they're saying, dear. I'm obviously not going to do a whole reading, right? But I want to give you some information, and I really hope that you'll just think about it, because it may seem general, but it's really not, okay? You're trying too hard. I have the same problem. We try to think our way out of things, right? And if you're asking for guidance, your brain is the last thing that you want to provide guidance, right? I mean, our brains are great. You know, they get us to work. They help us make money. They right? We need that. This is a dualistic life we're living. We have the 3D where our brain pretty much helps us out. And then we have the spiritual where our brain is not useful. Okay. So if you want to get unstuck, they're telling me you're stuck. Okay. So if you want to get unstuck, here's what I want you to do. Okay. Anybody in chat, anybody that's watching this video, these are really good options to get unstuck. Okay. First of all, you've got to make time to think about the issue when you're not busy. If you're thinking about the issue in the back of your mind while you're doing housework, while you're working, while you're driving, you're not really probably going to have the breakthroughs that you need to have. Number one. Number two, you need to think about this thing, whatever, you need to think about the reasons why you're stuck, whatever it is that you feel like is making you stuck. I want you to do it outside of your house. I want you to do it outside of your work. I want you to dedicate 30 minutes and go someplace, take a walk, drive your car to a parking lot, go to the mall, just get out in nature if you can. And for you, movement is important, Stephanie. That's why I see you walking. I think you tend to think and walk. You like to be moving. So you're going to have some breakthroughs, okay? And the other thing they're saying is taking one little action will get you on the road to being unstuck, right? So sometimes we get overwhelmed by all the things we need to do. You know, it doesn't just seem like one thing, because one thing leads to another thing, which leads to another thing. And then all of a sudden, you've got a great, big, huge, overwhelming project on your hands. And that big, huge, overwhelming project is just too much for us. So we have analysis paralysis, or we just say, I just can't deal with this, right? And we just avoid it. So let's not do that. Let's take one little step. What is one little step, one email, one phone call, one step of action that you can take? And then even if it is even just opening the email and reading it, that's an action. If you can't take another step, take a break. we get stuck because our brain gives us grief. Oh, you should be better at doing this. You should have already done this. You're way behind the ball on this. If you were more organized, this would happen. None of that is helpful. Okay. None of that is helpful. So hopefully that will help you move forward. But I do see something is going to loosen up. Okay, Stephanie, something is going to loosen up. Not completely like, it's fixed, but loosen up enough for you to get an insight, right? To get movement around it. Hopefully that helps, dear. Hey, Ron. Hey, everybody. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for visiting with me tonight. I really appreciate it. So I'm just skipping around on the questions. I apologize if I don't get to your question. There's probably going to be a lot of people in chat today. And just, I'm going to make this a regular thing. So just come back and I'm happy to help. So let's see, who was that had a question? Meg. Meg wants to know, she's interviewing for a job. I'm feeling it will go well. Yes. It feels very good to me too, Meg. It feels very reciprocal, which is good, right? You don't want a job that you love and they don't like you, or you don't want a job that they love you and you don't like them. I like that it feels reciprocal. It feels balanced. Yes, I'm very happy for you. It feels like a new chance for new growth in a new direction with maybe new skills or bigger. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I'm happy for you, dear. Congratulations. Hey, everybody. Let's see. Christine from Canada. Honey, your weather got out of the yard and it's down here in southern United States. Will y'all please come get it and take it home? It's fixing. Texas is fixing to have another freeze, and that is not normal. I'm pretty sure it came from Canada, since we always say there's nothing between us and Canada but barbed wire fences. I'm sorry, Christine. I had to say it. Okay. Let's see if I can help you out. Okay. You have a physical disability. Okay. And it's hard getting a job. Well, I get one soon before the end of the year. Well, yes. Oh my God. Yes, you're going to get one before the end of the year. I thought you were going to say before the end of the month or something. I hate to say it, it feels piecemeal. I don't know if you've done this in the past, like if you've done temp jobs, temporary jobs. They're telling me to have you look into a government position. Okay. What are they saying? It feels like, it could have something to do with disabilities or people with disabilities. And they're saying something like a compliance officer or, I know you may think I'm not qualified or that sounds crazy. Look, if the guides say it, there's really a possibility there. This isn't me making this stuff up. I would tell you to go work at Burger King, probably. So look into it. There's either a program that can help you. It feels like municipal, like in the States, municipal is like local government. I don't know what your equivalent to a mayor is. Like the mayor is the mayor of a city. I don't know if you guys call them mayors, but it's in your mayor's office or your local governing office. There's something there for you. Also, I just saw a library. Yeah, there's a job for you. You have to look, you're going to have to be a little bit more proactive and really put yourself out there. Okay. I know there's limitations. I'm not saying there's limitations. I'm not saying there's not discrimination, because there is discrimination, but they want you to be pushy. Okay. I don't think you're pushy. They want you to be pushy. Okay. So be more proactive, I guess, is what I'm saying. But I see you getting a job, I think by June, if not before. Okay. So good luck with that, dear. And thanks, everybody. All right. Let's see. I'm literally twirling the chat like Vanna White twirls the, You guys probably don't want to hear that. Touched by Tarot. Okay, you guys got to check this lady out because I'm going to give you a little secret. She's going to be on somebody's channel and she's going to get booked solid. Y'all know how that goes. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Please check her out. She did a reading for me. She's amazing. Maybe FFA, you could put your channel link in the chat. That'd be cool. Celtic Seer says, will my current company renew my contract or should I look for something new and different? That is a double-edged sword. Yes, they're going to renew your contract. Yes, they are. But I also see, I think you feel the urge to look for something different. And I think that you're wondering if there isn't something a little better for you. I would, at the very least, I would dust off my resume and spruce it up and just see what's out there. Okay. I feel like your current company feels stagnant. It doesn't feel new and refreshing and exciting. And I think there just might be another job out there that's a little bit more of those things. But I understand that I'm with you. Change is hard. Sometimes it's easier to just deal with stagnant and collect a paycheck, right? But I do see them re-upping it. It's just something about the money. Like you're not making enough money or they're not giving you a raise, as something is very stagnant with that job. It's from the Arctic, not Canada. Okay, my bad. If there's anybody here from the Arctic, please come get your weather. It's in our backyard. And you know that our governor down here, you know, our grid is held together by some pieces of barbed wire that they stole off the border and put, used it to hook our electric up. So even the weather people joked. They lost power today in mid-central Texas, and they were like, is this a precursor for what's to come? It's 60 degrees out right now, but it's going to be down to 32 and maybe even lower. So in other parts of this big state. So let's see. All right, guys, I'm going to see if I can. Becca wants to know, Becca, where are you in Texas right now? The thing that I'm concerned about in the Houston area and maybe like the broader Houston area and maybe all the way, maybe even towards you, Sherry, in Louisiana, is all this rain that we're getting. It's been raining all day today, and it's picking up steam, and I think that we could have localized flooding. I don't think it's going to be anything terrible, but I don't know where you are, Becca. If you're in Houston, I mean, it's going to be bad because we don't usually get, 30-degree temperatures, but the question might be, the Spirit is saying we're going to get through it okay. I don't see a redo of what happened last year, but it is definitely not normal weather anywhere right now, honestly. Let's see. Angel Wings wants to know, is my husband going to be moved out of the facility he's currently in? He broke his femur. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, he broke his femur and can't put weight on it for 7 weeks. Yikes. Is my husband going to be moved out of the facility he's currently in? Okay, I'm hearing a no and then a yes, which means that he will likely be moved out of it, but there'll be a delay. There'll be a delay. It might be a weather delay. It seems like a delay to me. But I do feel like it's knitting. I do feel like the bone is knitting. You know what I mean? Healing. I do feel like it's healing well, and absolutely stay off of it. If he puts any weight on it, it's going to mess up the healing. So that's what the Spirit just told me. Yes, Liz, there's a judge opening. I've been seeing some political questions, and I'm going to talk about that for sure. What are you saying here, dear? My heart. Is my heat and air guy okay because he came down with COVID? Oh, no. He was supposed to come over, but I'm just wondering, did he get worse and end up in the hospital? He's not doing well. He is not doing well. It's in his chest, pneumonia, feels like bronchitis. He's not doing well, dear. I don't know. he's feeling very bad. I'm going to tell you that right now. He's feeling really bad. I don't know if he's doing work for you currently that you're waiting on, but I don't see him getting well anytime soon. He's really having trouble breathing. I mean, they're blue, right? When you're blue, you have trouble breathing, right? They're showing me blue. Yeah, you should maybe say a prayer for that gentleman. Okay, so let me go down here. Yeah, it could be a snow and ice in Texas. We're getting rain the day before the temperature drops. That's a good setup. If we were getting this kind of rain with that temperature drop, we would be looking at 2 inches of snow. That would be hilarious. I've been here when it was 2 inches of snow. It was not fun. Let's see what Ellen has to say. She has a political question. In 2018, Helsinki meeting with Trump and Putin in the back room with his minions, did they inject him with something? I'm not laughing because I think your question is silly. I'm laughing because it's so true. Yes. Look, yes, dear. He gets injected with things. Absolutely. I mentioned this in that video that I did yesterday. Dark money medicine. Those three things. I don't know what it is. It's human growth hormone, but it's some kind of interferon or human growth. It's some magic elixir of things that just oh wow, they just told me they're trying. Doesn't this sound like the money people would be doing? They just told me that they are trying to create the fountain of youth. They're trying to create a drug or cocktail that would, replicate the fountain of youth. And I think they really are doing that. I know for a fact that some of these people are taking those kinds of things. And Judith says, can Pussycat Roosji feel better after vet test? Can feel better. Yes. Diagnosis. They're talking about a diagnosis. I mean, diagnoses are good because then you can at least take action, right? Before you have a diagnosis, you're just kind of wandering around in the dark trying to figure out what's going on. There will be a treatment, okay? There will be a protocol. They're telling me there's a protocol for a treatment. And Marie, wow, Marie, your surgery is February 23rd. Let's see. Let me look. Yes, it's going to go well, but they're telling me you don't have a lot of help at home. Okay. For recovery, and you don't ask for help. And I'm just going to tell you, dear, and I love you. Okay. But I'm just telling you that when we don't take care of ourselves, when we don't ask for help or demand help for that matter, our recovery is a lot slower. Okay. We're just really hurting ourselves. So please get the help you need, whether you have to hire a day nurse or a friend can come over and help you. You can't really do this on your own. I guess that's what they're trying to say. Okay. You're going to need a little bit of help. You may need somebody to bring you food or, girl, if I was in New Orleans, I'd come help you. Maybe I need to go to New Orleans. I got a big dog though. I'm just saying. Okay. But you're going to be fine. It's just the recovery is going to take a little bit out of you. Okay. And you have a support group too, right? Okay. Ask for help. Okay. So, what is that in California because the way it's moving? Oh, wow. A snowstorm in Canada. Okay. I thought that was California. I was like, what? A clipper. Wow. Okay. Hi, Sue F. Good to see you, dear. Okay. Is there a young Republican? Okay. There is a young Republican from New York named Richie Torres. I was impressed by him and feel he's very bright future in the public national. What do your guides think? Yes. Richie Torres. Yes, I like him. He's young. Yeah, he's young. He's young. He's very he's a little bit earnest. He's a little bit green and earnest. And for that reason, they're targeting him. Okay. They're showing me they're trying to cut his legs out from under him. So he may need some help. He may need mentoring if there's, he just needs support. Okay. So if you see somebody attacking him or setting him up for a fall, get some people together to back him up. Don't let him be out there on the battlefield alone. Cause he's I don't know what the word I don't want any of this to be pejorative because I don't mean it that way. He just doesn't have the, what are those things they're showing me? You know, when you get a callus, he doesn't have the calluses yet. He's green. They can actually turn him off of politics. They can hurt him. He's a little bit sensitive, but he's fantastic. We need people like that. We really do. Let's see. My 50-year-old niece has been trying to leave a bad marriage. God bless her, and move here near us. We want that too. She has lupus, had COVID twice. Oh my gosh. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I don't think she's going to do it. Has she not like visited, like moved in, like visited or moved in and then left again? That's the energy I sense here, is like she comes to you or she calls you and says she's going to, and it's basically she's unloading, you know, she's venting. I'm looking at the whole situation. You know, bad married, they're hard to leave. It's almost like an addiction, like a toxicity that you're addicted to, that you don't know how to get out of. It's very hard. It's very hard. And when you're sick and run down, it's even harder. You just sort of lose the will, right, to do things. I don't know how far away she is. I don't know how much you want to get involved, but a visit to her would be eye-opening, I think, for you. I think you'd be quite surprised at the state of things of the house. But that's not going to help her move. That's not going to, that's not going to wake her up and have her move. I think what you need to do, what Spirit is saying, wait in the wings. Wait in the wings. Be prepared. When she needs help, be prepared. But people know that when you're in this situation as a support person for someone who's in a toxic or abusive relationship, you really can't say anything bad about the person they're in the relationship with, because they just turn against you. It's a terrible place to be in because you have to support them, but kind of keep your mouth shut. Thank you so much, See Me, and thank you so much, Touched by Tarot. Thank you so much. I hope that helps you. Wait in the wings. Take care of yourself, right? Don't get so worried about her that you stop taking care of yourself. If we don't keep our cups full, we don't have anything to give. You don't want to have an empty cup when she finally needs you. So please take care of yourself. Okay. Heavy question by Karen Conroy. Good Lord, look out. Okay. Well, God darn it. Girlfriend, okay, I'm about to get straight with you. Yes. You need to, let me ask again. Is the clinical trial working? Yes. Okay, but here's what I want you to do, okay? I mean, you asked, I'm going to tell you. Continue with the clinical trial, but here's what I want you to do. You know T-Barb, I don't know if she's here tonight. You know who T-Barb is. And avail yourself, please, of our amazing Reiki healers, whoever they are, if they're in the chat or people that you know. I know you know a lot of them because you're in all of our chats. You're always supporting us, and we love you dearly, okay? So I want you to get Reiki, okay? Because I feel like this is going to work for you. Now, stay in the clinical trial and understand I'm not a doctor and I'm not giving medical advice, but I'm telling you that if you will believe in your heart and soul that you can be healed, you have to believe it in your heart and soul. You have to believe it in here, not here. This is step one. This is the final step. So if you can believe it and get Reiki, and when they're doing the Reiki, picture it happening, they're telling me that you would have very, very good results. Okay. You've got to, I mean, I know this sounds, like generality, stop worrying, but it's true. Try to lift your spirits up, try to look at the positive, try to do your gratitude list. That's an amazing thing to shift your energy for all of us in this chat on this video. Gratitude list, you do 50 things you're grateful for, right? And after 20, you've already counted your fingers, your toes, your kids, your car, your work, your spouse, your house. At 20, you're out of things. And then you start having to look for things to be grateful for. That is when the shift in your energy happens, because all of a sudden you go, well, I guess I like that lamp. I mean, yeah, I like that lamp. I'm going to count that lamp. I'm grateful for that lamp. So when you start looking for things to be grateful for, that's when your energy shifts, because you realize how much you have to be grateful for. The act of doing that truly saved my life during one of the darkest periods of my life. I literally had to do that every day just to get out of bed and brush my teeth. Okay. So it does work. Okay, Karen, please take care of yourself and know that we are all here supporting you and sending you big, big healing energy and lots of love. Okay. Stacy wants to trade her spirit guides in. Oh, Lord, girl. I tried. I'm going to tell you right now. You know what they do? They trade them in and give you some other ones that are even more, persnickety. So it doesn't work. I already tried that. My guides won't answer any of my questions. Oh my gosh, they won't answer any of your questions. I doubt that is true. But I get it. You know me, y'all know. I have been there. Let's just put it that way. I've been there with you. Let me give you some advice, dear, from my guides and your guides who love you despite your hard-headedness. Okay, so they said, okay, what kind of questions are you asking? Okay, you might be asking questions that are honestly, and please don't take this the wrong way, because I'm not saying it. You might be asking questions that are none of your business. That's what they said. Maybe you do need to trade yours in. I don't know. I was asking for spirit guide management not too long ago to make a complaint. So think about your questions, dear. Do your questions have to do with you? Number one, is your questions focused on you or focused on someone else? If they're focused on someone else, you might not be privy to that information. Okay. So why don't, if you anytime you guys are asking your spirit guides questions and you're not getting answers, ask them a question that is focused on you, use your pendulum or whatever, and ask them questions like, do you have questions about your health? They're saying, ask questions, am I eating nutritionally? Am I eating well? Use your pendulum. Am I eating well? Yes or no? Build up a rapport with them on different subjects, right? And that it's a whole nother thing. And I guess I need to do a video about this because I just discovered some new things. But, you really have to make sure that you're talking to your spirit guides, right? The veil is thinning between the worlds. All kinds of energies are going to be able to come across that veil that in the past weren't able to. Okay, so we're going to have interaction with a lot different kinds of energies. Some of them are spiritual hooligans that just want to jack with you, right? So we want to make sure we're creating a sacred space. We want to make sure we're doing all that before we use our divination, whether it's our, clairvoyance or whether it's our pendulum or our cards or whatever. I hope that helps, Stacy. You need to ask, they just keep saying you need to ask different questions. You can get there a different way. Okay. Here's an example right below your comment. Will I have any more grandchildren soon? It totally doesn't, it's not in your wheelhouse, or it's not in your energy field, but yes, Kibibi, I do see another grandchild, potentially a little girl. What is that on a banana? Been dreaming of birds turning into books. Am I supposed to be focused on learning or writing? What is that? That birds turning into books. They're telling me the birds become free when they go into the books. The birds, like fly, they're free, right? They're free to go wherever they want. And when they go into the book, there's some freedom there. There's freedom. So yes, I think writing is highlighted for you. Yes, I think learning something we do all the time anyway. Yes. Stop stuffing your head so much and start writing, start bringing it out. Too much of this and not enough of the release of the information. Okay, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it. I really appreciate you. I'm so sorry, Andrea. She's lost 2 of her beloved chickens. I'm so sorry, dear. Yes. Okay, I'm going to scroll down. I'm just going to skip over here. Okay, really quickly, lightning round. Will my boyfriend's disability claim go through? I heard yes. And ML says that was for, I'm sorry, it was on the screen, but for us, I can toke. I don't know what that. I'm sorry, dear. ML says, will my 2 sons ever grow up? In their own time. That's one of those things where the guides are like, you have to just let it go. They won't. Kids do not grow up if we continue holding them tightly or telling them what to do or saving their butts. They're never going to grow up if their butts are being saved. So that's the cold, hard, honest truth. Honestly, they will grow up in their own time. They're independent. They're you know what I mean? They're adults. They're going to be fine. They're just not going to be. Here's the key. They may not be the picture of fine that you have in your mind. They may be this kind of fine, right? And to you, that feels uncertain or it doesn't feel safe. But that's who they are. They're not necessarily, I think one is going to end up being closer to what you think is probably, better. But the other one is really going to be marching to his own drummer. KJ signed a new lease with 3 other experienced mental health therapists. Do you see us all a good match in order to help lots of clients? I see lots of juggling. I feel like there's space juggling. There's resource juggling. Okay, I'm not saying this is bad. I'm not saying any of this is bad. I would tell you if it was bad. I forewarned is forearmed, right? I feel like one of them is sloppier than the other 2. One of them brings lunch and leaves crumbs out, or maybe there's a coffee maker and doesn't clean the coffee pot out. And then either you, and I think it's probably you, become the maid, and that is not cool. You do not like that. And I'm not telling you anything new. You're a therapist, but some people don't think it's a big deal, right? So I think going into it, you really need to have what we in the South call a come to Jesus meeting and say, this is some things that I need, right? This is what's important to me. It might be more important to someone else, that the lights get turned off, right? But to you, having a mess, having crumbs out would just drive you crazy, I think. So what is important to you? Everybody write down the things that are most important for them and then agree to honor them, okay? If it's out in the beginning, if it's out in the front and it's clear, then you're going to have a lot less problems later. I'm skipping down here through again. Yeah, Anna Banana. I'm sorry if she's right. If you there's 357 in chat. Okay, so that's a lot of questions for me to kind of scroll through. Okay, hold on. Is this the question that Anna Banana was? Okay, so make a YouTube to share my prophetic dreams to help wake awareness, or go another route to share them. I feel like they are something you need to share. And are you a channeler? I mean, do you channel? I feel like you might start channeling or trance. There's some kind of thing like that. Of course, subconscious work is a lot like channeling, right? We're not in our conscious, bucket. We're over here somewhere. So yes, I think that. But you're also a bit of a writer. I feel you liking to write. Or you're a good communicator. So a blog, a blog would be good for you. A vlog would be good for you. Okay, so it's also just not, it's just not dream. That's what I'm saying. It's just not dreams. There's some other components. Like you might do a video where you're talking about a dream and that's a premonition or whatever you want to call that it needs to get out to raise awareness, a prophetic dream. But I feel like you really want to help people, so then you do meditations. I just feel like follow your heart, dear. You can't get it wrong. To be honest with you, what you do is you try one of the social media avenues, and if you don't get traction, go to the next one. That's what I did, right? Just keep going to the thing until you finally fit in the groove. But I do like YouTube for you. But it's more like a vlog. It's going to change. Allow it to change. It's going to grow. It's going to morph. It's going to change. Okay. Nancy says, hi, thank you so much. She needs a job. You need a good job. You don't want just any old job. I can see that. You're quite, whether you believe this or know this, you're quite quick, you're clever, you put things together pretty quickly. You like working by yourself a lot because you don't suffer fools. You get a little bit impatient, but you would be really good at remote work, like working from home, managing, doing some sort of, I feel like you're a bit of a problem. So you like to put things in their place. I don't know if that's organizing or a specific type of organizing. But I feel like you could really help a business. There's something I see you doing computer work. You like a job well done. You have whatever you call that when you a sense of pride about your work. That's why you don't like working with teams, because this other person might do cruddy work and then you got to fix it or whatever. So yes, you're going to get a job. You just need to think about the things you like to do and then be resourceful and target. We all have to put ourselves out there. Okay. The energy is swirling. It's not easy for us to get noticed. It just seems like everybody's confused or overcompensating, overworked, overbusy. So you really have to make contact with somebody and you really have to say, I can help you, right? Business owners want someone to help them. Everybody wants someone to fix a problem. Every employee fixes a problem for their boss, period. End of story. Find what kind of problems you like to fix. Go to those people and say, I can help you. I can do this. Okay. I'm not getting any political questions. We got to talk about the Supreme Court, y'all. Okay. And 45 yesterday apparently admitted to the whole scheme in Texas, of course, with my governor. He's not going to be my governor for long, y'all. Okay. Susan, will I get a house soon? Been outbid 4 times. I'm so sorry, Denise. Yes, you're going to get a house. It's about to slow down just a little bit. I mean, it's not going to crash, but when the interest rates go up, everything is going to be like, everything's going to slow down. So yes, things are going to get more normal for you, and you're going to be able to get a successful bid in. Yes, absolutely. Okay, let me see. Okay, so with my daughter, Isadora says, when my daughter Mia get a job as a firefighter this year, she had a few interviews last year. Your daughter is so bright and happy and and just this energy, this really positive energy, right? It's discrimination. But I don't think she wants to give up. I don't know. I don't see it anytime soon. Maybe in 6 months. There's a I'm seeing a black guy who's a captain or a somebody, whatever they call them. He seems to be in charge. Is there a fire department anywhere near? I mean, it could be, like 30 miles away. I mean, that's the thing, right? I don't know. Just tell her to keep trying. Yeah, just tell her to keep trying. Okay, so Equus 33333 says, did I meet a ghost in my house last week? Did you meet them? Yes, you did meet them. Ghost. Was it a ghost? You met somebody. You met something. Was it a ghost? Yes, they're saying yes, it was a ghost. Yeah, it was a ghost. Benign, not bad. But I don't really like that energy because I feel like they want to jack with you. It's not bad. It's not evil. But don't mess with my stuff. This is my rules. We got to have boundaries. All of y'all in chat. We have to have boundaries with this veil thinning. Tom, Dick, and Harry ghost and God knows what's going to come over here and start messing with us. We have to have boundaries. I have boundaries. If you move something in my house, you're gone. I don't want nobody moving anything. Don't be showing off trying to move stuff in my house. That's a no-go. You're out. Okay. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear your voice. And I sure as heck don't want you to come for real standing in front of me. So hide in the closet, hide in the closet. Don't bother my dog. Don't bother me. And, don't ask, don't tell. We're going to be okay. So you need some boundaries, and you might need to call Archangel Michael in to just move him along. Wasn't it a man? I think it was a man. Okay. Okay. Do we want to start talking about politics, or are we not going to talk about politics today? I probably missed 5 or 25 political questions already. That's funny. Priscilla says, my daughter always asks me to ask the Archangel on her behalf for whatever, because she's seeking, because the archangels don't take her calls anymore. Oh, Lord. I am living proof that they answer your calls. I am living proof, because mine are not even on speed dial. They got like a little angel shack in the front yard. They don't even need to go far. They're like, we know we're going to have to be here, so let's just create a little house for ourselves in Susan's front yard, and let's just stay here. she needs to believe, okay, really, all kidding aside, she needs to believe that they're going to help her, because they always do. They love us unconditionally. You know, they even love Trump. Okay, so case closed. If they can love Trump, they sure as heck can love your daughter. Sherry, is that massive system rain or oh, it's rain. Yeah, I'm worried about you, because it's you know, it starts training, and then it's like 8 inches or 10 inches or something of rain down here. Yes, we can all pray for your cat, Judith. Absolutely. Conroy's question. Did I get her question, you guys? I thought I did. I hope not, Pamela, but I got a generator if it gets cold. I have an old 1940s cottage, and my friend says it's the kind of place that you got to open the front door to let the cold out. It's not insulated at all, period, end of story. So I don't know how that would. I was not here. This is a rental typically, and I wasn't here during the freeze. Nobody was here. So I don't know. God only knows what it's going to be like. Me under 5,000 covers and a generator and a dog. See me. I want you to understand that there is a marriage in your future, but we don't want to just ask for a marriage. I mean, God knows. We don't want just any marriage, right? We want a good marriage. We want a mate. We want somebody who really loves us and understands us and supports us. So yes, you want a good mate. You want a happy marriage, a happy mate. And yes, I do see that coming for you. Suzanne, thank you so much for your donation. And Simi, thank you for your donation. I really appreciate it. I'm just seeing, when I start doing readings, I'm like hyper focused. The best thing for you guys that want to have a new mate in your life, the best thing you can do is raise your vibration. Because if your vibration is one of self-criticism or sort of feeling down, and God knows we're all feeling down. I mean, we've been locked in our houses, and it's been a tough time. But try to raise your vibration. Do the gratitude list. Go out and get a manicure, pedicure, a massage, a sound healing. One of my favorite things. Get Reiki. Do those things to lift your vibration, because you want to meet that mate at that vibration. You don't want to be down here and have the perfect mate be over here, because you're not going to meet them. Right? So we want to raise our vibration so we meet the right mate. There's a lot of questions in here. Okay. Alice, is your husband's heart issues going to improve? Well, they're going to stabilize, and that's an important thing. First of all, we have to get it stabilized, and you have to get the medication worked out. Yes, I do see them improving, but I got to tell you, it's not like this. It's not like it's a little bit of an uphill climb, and it does take some time. Okay, so allow some time. Allow maybe even 6. I'm getting 6, either June or 6 months from now. Liz, your stepmom, Susan, is having fun on the other side. She is having fun on the other side. She loves you very much. I don't know. I'm seeing I'm seeing a white and black checkered floor. I don't know what that means. But I feel like she's dancing or she's doing something on this floor. She's happy to. I get. Did she have some illness that was restrictive that made her not herself? Right. It made she lost the fun and joy out of life during this illness, and she's happy to not be in that situation. That's a blessing for her to not be in that situation anymore. She says she wasn't a good patient. She sends her love, but yes, she's doing just fine. She knows. She visits you guys all the time. Red cardinals. Look for red cardinals. That's how she comes. That's one of the ways she's trying to learn how to work electricity. So God bless you guys. When your remotes don't work and your lights are flickering. Let's see. Anita, you're asking me, are your guides trying to tell you something that you're not hearing? Self-love. You're not hearing that they love you. You're not hearing that they're supporting you. They're dropping you signs. I'm seeing white feathers. I don't know if you find white feathers, but they're dropping signs, repeating numbers, songs on the radio. Okay? You get a song in your head. Like I get a song in my head from, 1990. I'm like, what is that? And I go listen to the lyrics, and it's very apropos to my current situation. So yes, they're supporting you. What they're trying to tell you is you're supported. They love you and you're going to be fine. Okay. I'm trying to make this on the screen, but I can't make it on the screen. Thank you, Lori, for your donation. She says, is Georgia going to get the security the state buildings are requesting? If so, will this prevent an insurrection here? I have to take a deep breath with that, right? There seems to be a lot of tension and stress around that question. You're not going to get everything you're asking for. You're not going to get all the security you're asking for, okay? I think you're asking for hardened. Doesn't that mean like locks or, like hardened to me means like a building, like things that you have to put into the building, change the building. I think that you're going to get a little extra security, like an extra person on security or extra hours of security. You're going to get some of the things you're asking for, but not all. I don't see an insurrection there. I'm getting Alabama. I don't know if Alabama people come to Georgia and start some stuff. I don't see an insurrection, but I do see problems. I see strife. It's terrible. It's just terrible. I'm so sorry, dear. But I see problems, but I don't. I mean, I see some things. I see some things happening. But you're going to be okay. I don't see mass casualty. I don't see anything like that, but I do see some things. Okay. I do see some attempts at intimidation. Let's just put it that way. Let's keep scrolling down here. Hey, Chili Dog. Sharon Sai paid, girl. That's a message, right? So when we have an Al Jarreau song, Easy, Wake Up, Wake You Up, that's absolutely a message. We don't wake up every day with songs playing in our head to where we wake up. So that's a message from your guides. Absolutely. So look at the lyrics, and I'll tell you this too. It doesn't mean all the lyrics apply to you. Okay. It's usually the, what is that the stanza? What is that part that's like the chorus or something? The one part. What I'm trying to say is whatever resonates, take it. Whatever doesn't resonate, throw it out. So look at those lyrics and look, spend some time. When you get a message from your guide, the best thing to do is take a piece of paper and just write down a few keywords. What could this song be about? Now, don't think about it. I want you to write down the keywords without thinking. So you're going to have to put your timer on 30 seconds and write down as much as you can in 30 seconds. That way you're forcing your ego brain to not get involved, and you're just using your subconscious brain. And your subconscious brain is what talks to your spirit guides. So take advantage. Don't just go, oh, I got a sign. Why not dig a little deeper and see what else they have to say? Oh, thank God. Mercury is going to go direct. Woohoo! I love it. Yeah, power up my generator. It's got solar panels and everything. Okay, let's help Louise with her business. I feel like what I'm seeing for you is like when Omicron, whatever the variant we're dealing with at the time, the flavor of the week, whenever it drops down, you start making money and you try to catch up. You pay your bills and you try to catch up, and then another variant comes and then it knocks you down again. So what I'm saying that is because I see this summer, the spring and summer, your sales going up again. Your business is definitely going to get better. You do need to diversify. Consider diversifying. I feel like you're getting price competition, right? I feel like somebody's outpricing you, or you're getting some pressure on pricing, or maybe, I'm like, no, maybe nothing. They're like, no, baby, nothing. It's what's pricing. I was going to say, or maybe on the products you carry, and they were like, no, it's pricing. Okay. So diversify, carry something else that other people don't carry so that people can't compare the price of this to that. Okay. Diversify as much as you can. Okay. But yes, I do see getting better. Okay. Catherine, yes, dear. It's going to go well. And whatever it is, I feel like, again, they're telling me the words protocol. There's a treatment that's going to be really good. It's going to be it's going to be helpful. Whatever happens because of this, it's going to help you. Okay, so that's always good. T-Barb is here. T-Barb, I was singing your praises a minute ago to somebody who I don't know who it was, because I swear I'm basically lightly channeling this. So I don't remember who I just talked to, honestly. But I was just saying how amazing you are at Reiki and energy healing. So yeah, Catherine, everybody in the chat, if you guys just say, can somebody please, anybody that's willing, send me some Reiki, some positive energy Reiki. The people in these chats on these videos, on all of our videos, are freaking amazing healers. So just coming into the chat and asking for healing, that's a bonus. That's a big bonus, man. Yeah, they injected Trump with fear and threats. Yeah, and then he had to clean out his diaper. Okay, so oh, well, you have school. Melinda wants to know, will she have school on Thursday? Hope springs eternal, doesn't it? That we hope that our leaders have some sense. Because if we had reasonable leaders in our educational and in our, state and local governments, then yes. I think you're going to have school on Thursday. At the very least, I think you might get out a half day on Thursday. Is she going to have school on Thursday? They're saying yes. Sorry. You may leave early though. And you may not have it on Friday. Yeah. Texas is getting ready to have some weather. Yes. I'm going to scroll down here and catch up with you guys, because I've been way up there in the hinterlands of the chat. Let's see what Sherry's saying. Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, I know that guy. Yeah, she says it's on the screen, but there's a guy running against the GOP Senator Kennedy. I talked about him in another video, and I got a really good impression for him. This is the kind of guy. We have all these, thousands of young voters who are just not motivated to vote. I mean, when I was watching the Senate video the other day, and all these old people, really seriously, elderly, I'm like, they don't represent America, and they're all white. They don't represent America. So I think this guy is going to have a bigger showing than people think. Okay, I really do. I think he's going to have a bigger showing than people think. Now, will he win? I think it might be too early to tell, but I think that he's going to surprise people with the amount of popularity and support he has, which is great. Really good. Yeah, Louise, I answered your question about your preschool picture business. I didn't realize it was a preschool picture business, but yes. Diversify, try a new background, try a new package, do something different. Barbara, I don't know. I can't tell you 100%, right? I really can't, because this is somebody else's energy. And but I feel like one of them will definitely get pregnant. I'm not sure that they both will, but I do feel that one of them will, which may cause some, hard feelings. So that just forewarned is forearmed, right? Mary Maddie, what's going on, brother? Problems are blocking me. My voicemail went to voicemail. Mary Maddie, I don't know what's going on with your brother. He's I'm telling you, this energy is kicking people's butts. It really is, guys. I could go really in a longer thing about this, but I don't want to for a couple of reasons. But give him some space. The best thing to do is give him some space. You know how when we're siblings, we see one sibling one way and they see us another way. And I feel like your brother sees you as somebody that always lands on her feet, that whether it's true or not, doesn't matter. How I feel like your brother sees you is that things always work out for you. And things are not working out for him right now. And he doesn't want to even hear it. I mean, I'm not saying that you tell him how he should do his life or anything. You don't have to. When you have a sibling that you perceive as somebody who just always things go easy for her, whether it's true or not, doesn't matter. That's how your brother perceives you. So he just needs a break, because he just needs to kind of figure this out on his own. He is struggling. I'm not going to lie. He is struggling, but I don't see that there's anything you can do for him right now. Okay. He'll come to you. I don't know. Where's your mother? Is your mother here or on the other side? There's something about your mother here in this equation. Let's see. So what do you guys think about the Supreme Court? Who do you guys think Biden is going to choose? Thank you, Carla B. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. T-Barb is an amazing healer. She doesn't do Reiki, but she has been successful in healing with her mom. So, but anybody that sends you healing is a good thing. Thank you, Yvette, for your donation. Is this relationship with George going to work out, or am I wasting my time? I love it. Your guides want to know if you're happy. Are you happy? They'll wait while you answer that question because they don't think you are. They think that you're satisfied. You know what I mean? Like it's okay. You know what I mean? It's not bad. You know, I don't know that you're happy. There's something going on there. There's something going on there. You're wanting more. You're waiting for more to happen. You're waiting for this person to, you know, for this guy to engage or something. And I don't think he is. I think you are wasting your time. I hate to put it that way, but yes, I think you might be. Oh no, Anna, I hope you catch your dog and that everybody is safe. Okay, I'm going to scroll down again. You guys are chatting it up in the chat, man. I need to, you know, pull up a drink and just sit in the chat with you guys, but I can't read them fast. And I'm still scrolling. The Vanna White thing. Whoa. You know, okay. Oh, thank you, dear. Okay, so Watermuse, thank you for the donation. And you said that you never asked about when that would happen. It wasn't during mediation. About my court case. Never asked about when that would happen. I don't remember my readings because I'm not me. Court case. Never asked about when that would happen. It wasn't during mediation. I'm going to try to answer your question. I need your question to be a little bit more succinct, but I'm going to say that I'm going to ask them, is her court case going to be favorable to her? Oh. I don't remember what the court case was about. Is it with a guy? Is there a guy on the other end of this court case? Right now, I mean, the energy right now, like right this second, is he's in the lead. Like there's a man who's sort of gonna be come out a little bit more favorable than you, but there's favorable and then there's favorable, right? I mean, you may be willing to lose a little bit to just be shed of the whole thing, right? So I asked them, is it going to be favorable? And they said to him, I'm sorry to say that, but that's what they just now said. But I know there's details that I'm not asking them. So I'm kind of giving you the wrong information because you really have to be careful how you ask the question. You have to be so specific. The favorability to him might be something you don't care about, right? But he cares about. So I'm not sure. Mary Maddie, thank you so much for that donation. Yes, everybody, please send Lori some healing. Okay, here's a political question. I think Biden will nominate someone who is ethical, credible, and can be approved in the current crazy political climate. Yes, absolutely. I personally believe, Gwen, that Reiki can affect PTSD. It's not a magic bullet for sure, but they're showing me it's a one tool out of a whole toolbox of tools, right? So you have Reiki, you have therapy, perhaps biofeedback, something with nature, perhaps. So these things are like, these tools are good for everybody, right? Like, so Reiki, biofeedback, therapy. Then there's customized tools. So the customized tools would be one specifically for that person. Is it animals? Is it horses? Is it dogs? Is it nature? Is it exercise, right? We all have another kind of customized tool that we need to add to that. Okay. Erica, I do see you finding a job soon. I see you being happy about finding the job soon. Really happy. You're a happy person, I think, sometimes. So, and Meltaz, will my house finally sell this spring? It's got issues. The issues it's got is energy issues. Okay, dear. So it's got energy issues. There are some things that you can do to spiffy up like the outside. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's energy. The energy has infected the house, and now the outside of the house looks a little bit drab because the house is sad. The house is sad. That's the bottom line here. If a house has issues, you just put it on the market and you said, these are the issues, right? You just upfront with people. Here's the issues. But if people energetically pick up that the energy of the house is a bit sad, it's going to make those issues look worse than they are. Okay? So we need to make our house happy, your house happy. And how you do that is I don't know if you're living in it right now. Play some happy music. Be happy in the house. Play some happy music. Be silly. Dance, sing, watch comedies. Spruce it up. Lift the energy of the house up. Okay? Sound healing bowls. This is a Tibetan bowl, is really good. I mean, you can just, do that and play it. That will lift the energy up. This is a really, really great thing that I dearly love for lifting energy up, is a tongue bowl. I should start selling these, right? It's a tongue bowl, has a little hole in the bottom, but they have different tones. But listen to this. That's like angels and fairies singing. I mean, that's going to raise the energy. Just walking around playing that would raise the energy. Something else that would do really nicely to, come on, camera, is get a water fountain, a tabletop water fountain, and play it, because water filters energy. Make your house happy. Put some change the colors. Add happy colors to the house, to the inside of the house. Like add a happy painting or a bouquet of flowers, or also tending to things makes the house happy. Tending to the garden, power washing it, tending to house plants. Those are all things that'll make your house happy. How many hours have we been on here? 1 hour and 13 minutes. Can I see what's wrong with your left leg? I heard circulation. I don't know if you have like a vein, like a. I think there's two things: circulation and something else. But I'm seeing those rollers that you can get, that you can roll your, you know what I mean? I feel like rolling this on your leg, like really kind of hard, will help that leg. Okay. I think it's circulation, but I don't know how to describe this, but our muscles get stuck together. This is how you end up getting plantar fasciitis. In your calf, your muscles kind of get stuck together. And, they're not flexible anymore. So using something like this will break the muscles up, and it can make your leg feel a lot better. But that's what they're telling me. Constance, I do see you getting in the sorority. Thank you, Karen. Good to see you here. She's another NOLA alumni. We had fun in NOLA, y'all. And we left plenty of ghosts there. I don't know if he can appoint Val Demings, but here's what I want to say about the Supreme Court thing. Am I controversial? Am I typically controversial? Because I feel like I'm fixing to be controversial. Okay, here's the three people that according to Biden, he's looking at. Ketanji Brown Jackson, who I particularly like Ketanji. I think she's got great energy. Well, I think all three of these people have great energy. Leandra Kruger and Michelle Childs. Okay, those are the three people that he says he's looking at. Now, there's some other people, but let's all be honest with ourselves, okay? Can we all be honest with each other for a minute? It's not like he gets to choose his favorite person. There's favors to be done. There's, alliances to be made. I mean, all of these women would make amazing Supreme Court justices and are very well qualified to do so. So it's not at all about their qualifications at this point. That is not being questioned. What's being questioned is what alliances can be made. Who am I going to make mad by not choosing this person? This is really what's happening. I'm telling you guys. So Michelle Childs is from South Carolina, and she's being championed by the Democrat that I can't remember his name right now, but he's the bigger than life Democrat in South Carolina, who everybody says South Carolina brought the vote. The black vote came out for Biden. It did in South Carolina. And a lot of people say South Carolina is the reason why Biden won in the first place. So Clyburn, thank you, Clyburn. So Clyburn is like, you're going to pick Michelle Childs. That's who you're going to pick, right? Because you owe me, you owe my state, and this is who I want to get the Supreme Court pick. So believe you me when I say that Biden, I've said this before, and some of y'all gave me some grief, but I'm here to tell you the people in Georgia back me up on this. There's a problem. Biden has a problem, a little bit of a problem with the black vote. Okay. He has a little bit of a problem with Stacey Abrams. He's just not, because of COVID and because of all the crazy things that are happening, he hasn't been able to get out and talk to, Latinos or any minority. I mean, he just hasn't been out talking to people. They've kept him kind of sequestered. For one thing, the man is like he tends to say whatever he wants to say. Like when he called Ducey what he called him. So see, Paul is saying Clyburn is a dinosaur and needs to get a pillow and lie down. Paul, that's your opinion, but you're not in South Carolina. This guy has a lot of power. So, we have to understand. So from my perspective, I'm going to be thrilled with any three of these people. Okay. We should all be thrilled with any three of these people. They're absolutely phenomenally. They make, Kavanaugh and what's her name look like kindergartner lawyers. Those people don't have nearly the experience, the breadth of experience that these three women have. So I think Biden is, again, he's caught between a rock and a hard place. I think he wants to give it to Ketanji. I don't know. To me, it's between Ketanji and Michelle child, but we'll see. We shall see. But he's having to, look, he's been in this, he knows how to do this. He knows how to go across the aisle. He's the guy, remember, the consensus maker. So he'll be able to do this. Ooh, good question, Thayer. Will Spotify go down? Did you guys see that they kind of did a quasi apology or something today, and they're going to make that guy Rogan, they're going to put like a disclaimer in front of his show. So it had an effect. It had an effect on him. I don't think they're going to go down, but I think that they've been chilled. They've received the message. And this is what we all need to do, right? Unless we all step out and make ourselves uncomfortable. I mean, he pulled his music. I mean, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt his sales. We all have to do those things. Yeah, I love Ketanji. I love Ketanji. I love all three of them, to be completely honest with you. But I'm just telling you, there's another thing going on there. Yes. Yeah, right. So she says, we always need more Native Americans in government. My God, do we ever? I was thinking today, wouldn't the Supreme Court look amazing if there were only like 3 white people on it? You know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Oh, you canceled your Spotify. Yeah, I do feel like people will. Yeah, if Taylor Swift does it, they're going to be really hurting. This is great, though. This is what these companies need to hear. They need to hear that there are consequences for their actions, that it turns out that consumers and artists have a lot more power than anybody thought, right? Really and truly. Connie, you think it's going to be Susan Rice? Yeah, Joni Mitchell got canceled too, right? I know. I don't know. Susan Rice. I'll have to think about Susan Rice. She's too much Obama. See, everything he does, there's like a trap door. You know what I mean? There's like a gotcha getting ready to happen. So, Susan Rice has so much connection to Obama. They would tear him apart. They're going to tear him apart anyway. But, we all know that Obama and Hillary and now, Kamala have a certain triggering to these people. Okay, T-Barb says she thinks she crossed the spirit over. Can my guides confirm if that's what happened? No more scared dog. So your dog is no longer scared anymore. Yes, you did. You got rid of a spirit. Yes, you did, dear. Yes, you did. Yeah, good job. Congratulations. Very cool. And it's nice for the spirit too. They weren't the nicest person, if you know what I'm saying to you. Michelle, please call Biden. And if you're going to call him, we all want to put in our own little request. I know, T-Barb, you did good. You did good. Now you need to keep them out. Okay. Now the next thing I want you to do is keep them out of make a sacred space. Okay. And make that reboot, re-energize it every day. Yeah, Pamela's right. Pamela Bryant's right. Susan Rice is 67. I mean, I think they're trying to get somebody under 50, Yes, I'm sorry about your friend, Jane. I don't know that I can pull them in at this point. Where was your comment? You have a longtime friend who passed away last week. I know she's fine. I'm sad we didn't get to talk before she passed. Does she have anything to say? I'm not really doing too much mediumship. It really takes a lot for me to do that. I do mediumship on Allie, where her channel is Heart and Soul Connected. Heart and Soul Connected on YouTube. She has 2 shows that mediums do free readings, me and a show called The Mediums. And if you go to Heart and Soul Connected and you go to her main YouTube page and you go, there are tabs all along the top, and one says community. On the community tab, you can put in your question for either one of our shows, and we'll answer it when, like she says, I'm taking questions for this show or that show and the date. Okay. I don't know if I can connect with her. I'm kind of bouncing from politics to psychic. I don't know if I can add mediumship in there too, or if my head is going to blow off. I can't quite seem to get my mediumship going at the moment, but they are above. The person right above you is on the mediumship channel. She's on Heart and Soul Connected on the Mediums show. So yes, there's lots of mediums out there that can do free readings. T-Bar is tripping out. Don't trip, girl. Oh Lord, yeah. It's terrible, isn't it? The interconnectedness of all these people. Jared Kushner's brother was the CEO of Spotify. Well, in that case, I hope it does go down. Hi, Annette. Good to see you, dear. I don't know how to pronounce your name, dear. Is Ayami? A lot of us, when we start to go to sleep, we close our eyes and we sort of go into that place that's not awake and it's not asleep. It's in between space. So what happens is your subconscious has experiences, but you're awake enough to know that you're having an experience, right? So when we dream, we don't always remember it. But in this time between trying to go to sleep and going to sleep, we often remember it. What you're seeing, circles and numbers, is think of it as a radio station. Do you ever travel and your radio station go in the middle of traveling and you're listening to the radio, another station comes in and all of a sudden you're hearing a different type of music on top of what you were listening that was different? That's what's happening with you. So when you relax enough, you're drowsy and you're drifting off, you're allowing this other frequency of information to come in. It's not bad, but it just means that you have the ability to do that. You have the ability to astral travel. You have the ability to probably have psychic abilities and those intuition and those kinds of things. And that's what's happening. If that makes sense, I hope it does. Sterling said it's going to be a surprise. Nobody that's on the list. Well, that's one way Biden could get around all the trap doors around the people that are on. You know what I mean? Like if you just went way off into left field, he would make everybody mad. Oh, you thought it was a child. Okay, T-Barb, I need to talk to you in just a second. Hey, Donna, good to see you here. I'm going to think about that, Judith. Or let me just ask them. Is it on the list? Oh my God, that's funny. Hold on. Okay. They just said the person is not on my list. That's funny, right? But they also said that don't underestimate the pressure that can be brought forth. Okay. I'm telling you, Clyburn has a lot of power and a lot of ability to put pressure. So I'm not going to call it yet. I think there's too many people with free will that that could influence that decision. T-Barb, the child wasn't bothering. The child that you saw in your house wasn't specifically bothering the dog, in my opinion. There was a man there. There is a man in your house, an older man with stringy gray hair, a really narrow shaped jaw, face kind of long and narrow. He would stand in a hallway. I feel like looking into a room, like down a hallway. Anyway, you got rid of him. I don't know what you did, T-Bar, was raise the vibration of your house so high that he fled, that he didn't feel comfortable being there, which is a great way to get rid of ghosts. But yes, the child, you did cross over the child. There was a child. You did cross over. You didn't see the loved ones come get the child? Is the child still there? Oh, right. Okay. The dude was making the dog upset. The child might still be there. Is the child still? I feel like if the child isn't there, there's another child there. But all that you didn't do was you asked for the loved ones to come down. But I want you to picture in your mind's eye, make it up, just imagine it, make it up. Loved ones coming down. We want to ask for whoever has love in their heart. You don't ask for mom and dad. You ask for whoever has love in their heart for this child or this person, and have them come down and try to see them. Try to imagine them coming down and meeting the child and going up. You can do this. They're telling me you can do this. I think you did cross over a child, but I think there's another child there. So, but they're not causing problems with the dog. So that's why you're not noticing it. I hope that makes sense. Yes, and you can do what Shield Maiden said too. I mean, there's great advice in the chat. Well, Rebecca, dear, so there, you always want to. I don't want to tell you it's not electrical because I don't want to give you wrong advice and how something happened, right? How you know if it's a loved one? Typically, it's a loved one. Typically, ghosts don't do this kind of work. Typically, it's a crossed over loved one. Is you can acknowledge whoever you think it is, and then if it stops in a day or two, like if this thing stops doing this and then it never does it again, then obviously it's a crossed over loved one. It's not an electrical problem, right? If it continues being a problem for longer than say 3 or 4 days, it's an electrical problem. Hopefully that makes sense. Michelle, I think that in that class, did a guide or was it her? Is your dad crossed over? Was it a guide or a man? It doesn't feel like a guide. It feels like a crossed over relative to me. How are you guys doing tonight? Thank you, Thayer, dear. That's a great idea. We should all be writing Biden. If nothing else, really, we should probably be telling him he's doing a good job and thank you because he's got a thankless job right now. Truly. I know, celestial light worker. I have 30-second delay and not a whole minute delay. It's hard for people to really communicate when you have a whole minute delay. Margell, the first thing I heard when I asked about your guides was they said, take a trip. Are you considering taking a trip? Have you been thinking about it? Have you been planning it? Did you plan it? Did you put it off? Take it. Take a trip. You need time off. You need to get out of Dodge, basically. Not their words, but my words. Get out of Dodge. Yeah. I understand your point about Clyburn, Paul, and Lisa. I get it, but you can't deny his power. I mean, denying his power or saying it's a bad thing doesn't make it go away. You have to operate within the confines of whatever is happening. Yeah, there you go, Joan. I'd love to have a descendant of, yeah, I would too, ESL. I would love to have a descendant of MLK Jr. on the Supreme Court. And I read about this. I don't know who I was talking to about this, but anyway, I feel like there's a grand or a great grand that that's the plan. That kid plan is to get on the Supreme Court. I really feel like it's a grand or a great grand. I'm not sure, but I do feel like that is in the works. Okay. To get a descendant of MLK on the Supreme Court. Yes. We also have to understand that just because you're the descendant of somebody doesn't make you, perfect. It doesn't, so we also want them to be, as much like MLK as possible. Judith, I'm so sorry, dear, that you feel lost. When you feel lost like that, the best thing to do is take little tiny steps. Little tiny steps. It's too overwhelming to look at all the things you need to do, and it's not going to work for you. It's just going to make you feel more overwhelmed. Little tiny steps. Just little things. Okay? Cynthia, I see your question about why do I keep dreaming I'm having to evacuate and leave? I have two things for you. One is it could be a past life memory that you're experiencing that maybe at this age in a previous life, you had to evacuate and leave, right? So when we have past lives, that energy flavors this energy. It doesn't necessarily have to happen in this life just because it did in that life, although it can, but it definitely flavors it. So sometimes we spend our lives reacting to things that aren't real. It's like shadow boxing. It's from a past life, but it feels like it's going to happen to you in this life. That's where a lot of phobias come from. You have a phobia of sharks, but you grew up in Phoenix and you've never even been to the ocean. Why would you be so deathly scared of sharks, right? So you can't attribute it to anything in this lifetime. That is something that you could probably attribute to a past life. Secondly, for you, three things for you. Secondly, is there something in your life that you really don't like, that you're really fed up with, that you're really tired of, and you're just ready to leave? You're just like, I'm just, but you can't leave. You understand what I'm saying? You can't leave this job. You can't leave this thing, whatever this thing is. There's no way I could leave it. So I'm stuck in it. so you don't allow yourself to entertain the thought of leaving it. So then it becomes a subconscious thing that your subconscious is trying to work out with you. Okay, so that's number 2, past life. Second thing is your current life, a situation that you want to evacuate from, you want to run from. The third thing is a premonition, an actual premonition. I do feel like you have, when I look at your little picture, I do feel like you have third eye. I do feel like you have energy around this part of your head. So you do have abilities. And so you could be having a premonition. But of those 3 things, I can't tell you which one it is. I can't, this quick, like quick, like if I was in a reading, of course I could tell you, but I can't quite dial it in this fast. It's too deep and complicated for me to get an answer quickly. But those are the 3 things, and you can spend time with those 3 things and see how they resonate with your heart. Feel into it. Don't use this. Use this. You'll have more answers. Let's see what else is going on in the chat over here. Butterflies are free. I don't really have anything specific to tell you about your mother-in-law on hospice other than she seems basically comfortable to me. And that's the goal of hospice, right? Is to be comfortable and not be in pain. I do feel like she's ready to go. Just because our soul's ready to go doesn't mean our body's ready to go. So that's kind of that can be a problem sometimes. Okay. But she's being visited by her relatives, her husband. I don't know if her husband is here or there, but he's with her, whether he's here or there, he's with her. And her mother's visiting her. Her mother is visiting her, but she's okay. I don't see anything that I need to warn you about. Wow. You guys are so supportive. You're so amazing in chat. I just love that you guys are supporting each other and loving each other and healing each other and just being there for each other. You guys are amazing. The best. Oh, Marg is answering me. I don't want to take a trip because of my dad, and I let my guard down, had a couple of lunches with friends and got COVID. Darn. Sorry, my throat is dry because I'm talking nonstop. Isn't that crazy when it's like no good deed goes unpunished, right? Marg, you're going to be planning a trip. Maybe it's August, okay? Maybe it's August when things are much better, when the pandemic is settling down a little bit. You really need this trip. They just keep telling me you need this trip. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, CT Barb, that's exactly right. She says, I must have been crushed in a prior life. You're claustrophobic. Yes, absolutely. Or contained in a prior life, like in a little, I can describe it if you want me to. I can see it. I can see what they contained you in. And again, right? Here's the thing, T-Barb. It's this thing. It was like in the ground, but it had like a little window that was right at foot level. Okay. And but it was in the ground. It was like a wooden thing that was built in a pit in the ground, and it was 4x4, like 4 foot by 4 foot is what they're telling me. And so you were put in there because you were a healer, because you were a mystic. So it's a double whammy, right? When in this world, in our lifetime, we don't feel comfortable, becoming healers because we don't feel comfortable. We don't know why, or we have a fear around it. Well, you've got a double whammy. You were put in a container, basically, and you were put in there because you were a healer. So those are things that we can go back in past lives and heal and let go of. We certainly don't want to keep carrying that forward. Thank you, Estelle. That's so sweet of you. Thank you for your donation. I really appreciate it. I haven't seen Clarence lately. I saw him maybe 8-10 days ago. I didn't get to talk to him. I mean, I saw him in chat, but I didn't get to interact with him much. Let's all send good love, healing to Clarence too. If you guys know Clarence, please send him some healing. Positive, lift him up a little bit, please. You guys are having a conversation with yourselves. You don't even need me here. I swear we could just open up the chat and then just put up a blank screen and let y'all visit. That'd be awesome. I can get in the chat with you. Be fun. Yeah, Jill, I do see it. When you said ice, I see ice, right? Like Denton, northern Texas. Denton, isn't that? I don't know where that is. It's near Dallas, isn't it? Like west? I don't know. But yes, I see ice up around that part in Dallas. I see it. Wow, that would be like that would be two different storms, wouldn't it? Because our storm is coming through this week, this Thursday, Friday. I heard that I heard it's possible. Okay, Jill. I definitely see ice in northern Texas. I don't know where you are. And I'm not saying northern like Panhandle. I'm saying like Denton, Dallas, and the Panhandle. I don't know if that makes any sense. I know I would love Stacey Abrams. People keep asking me. Okay, can we get Stacey Abrams in the Supreme Court? See, to me, that's not going to help Georgia, because without her in Georgia, she is the operational, guru for voting rights in Georgia. And if we take her out of Georgia, Georgia's going to go downhill. I don't think that's a win-win. I really want her to be president, but I don't think it's in our best interest, to be honest with you. We have so many judges. These women are already judges. We're not going to be, hurting ourselves by bringing one of them in. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, Susie, what did I say? I said that I had 2 ghosts in your basement. Tell them to leave. I did. Next time I saw them, thank you. Did they leave? Let's see. Okay, Susie Buckingham's basement. Did they leave? Yes, I feel like they did leave. Tell them to leave. I did. Next time I saw them, I think they did leave. I think they left. But you guys, when ghosts leave, it's really, really important that you raise the vibration and then put up a sacred protection, because what animal is it? Is it bees that go back to where there was a nest, and if you don't clear it out, they'll go back and find the residue, and they're attracted to that place again? That's how ghosts are. Like, it's like ghost residue. So they're like, oh, this feels ghosty, and they move back in. So I don't want you guys to kick them out and just have new ghosts move back in. So be sure that when you get rid of them, that you push the energy out, that you create your sacred space, that you raise the vibration of the place with all the things that I've talked about, right? Sound really, really, really disturbs and raises vibration more so than sage. Okay. So Tibetan bowls, any kind of sound thing that you can do, water fountains, playing happy music, that kind of stuff will raise the vibration. Meditating down there will raise the vibration. Tina says, okay, read on her daughter. She's opening a new business and freaking out. Well, I know it's worth freaking out over. It's a lot, it's a lot to start a new business. I heard somebody say she's going to do fine. It was a male's voice. Is it a spirit guide? Is there a male on the other side? Maybe a dad, an uncle, a granddad maybe? Somebody who said she's going to do fine, or she's going to be fine. So I think she's going to be fine. They can see it. So I think she's going to be fine. Let me do a few more, and we're going to wrap this up at about 2 hours. Juno is right. That's great advice, Juno, about focusing on the little things. Yes. Okay, good. Your message from your guides, spirits beyond the stars, is to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Have self-confidence. You have abilities. Believe in them. Trust them. Have faith in them. If you don't, they're telling me if you don't believe in yourself, but yet you believe in them, it doesn't work like that, because they believe in you. So you have to believe in yourself too, to be able to be in resonance with them, because they love you. Okay. That's their message. Thank you, Gail. You're very sweet. Again, I'm warning you guys, because I don't know what kind of energy is going around, but when you ask to meet your soulmate, I really want you to think in your head, what is that person like, right? We don't just want a soulmate. We don't just want a mate. We want a soulmate. Can still be someone who has challenges with you, who still has lessons that you need to learn. So when you meet your soulmate, okay, I don't know what this means, but they're saying you already have. Do you have a soulmate in heaven? Do you have somebody that you love that's crossed over? Number one. Number two, maybe there's somebody that you know that is sweet on you, but you don't know they're sweet on you, or you've never thought about them in that way. Or maybe you have somebody in mind, but they just said she's already met her soulmate. I don't know what they mean by that. And I can't go into a whole dialogue with them to find out, but there's some options for you. But yes, you're going to meet your soulmate. They're telling you, again, this is probably the 500th time they've said it tonight. Be happy first, right? Raise your vibration so that you can be on the high vibration to meet that person. If you're kind of down in the dumps, and we all are, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm saying this is a hard time. So we all need to try to raise our vibrations. Love ourselves. Number one, self-care, love yourself. And then when you love yourself, Your guides can communicate with you, the angels, everybody. You're in resonance, and you're also in resonance with someone who loves you and loves you, not just wants to control you or all those other things. So keep your vibration high. That means do things that you love doing. Hopefully that helps, dear. Oh, Cynthia, you're the one sending this weather down here? Southeast New Mexico. We'll have more freezing cold air tonight, and it might be more West Texas heading east to the central U.S. Yes. Stay warm. Oh, thank you, Nancy. You're very sweet, dear. Thayer wants to know, where should she go on vacation? Let's have fun. Everybody put in the chat where you think Thayer should go on vacation. But don't think about it. We're not going to think about it, right? We're just going to put, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Go. Is the chat moving? No, nobody's put. Okay, here we go. Go, go, go. Oh my God, I got Hawaii too. High five, Alice. High five, Water Lily. Oh my God, look at all these Hawaii. Look. Key West, Greece, Cuba. What do these things all have in common? Beautiful blue water, except for Vegas. Swimming pools. Cabo San Lucas, Hawaii. Cancun. How about that? Now, what do you guys think the odds are that, how many of you guys put Hawaii? What do you think the odds are? Doesn't that sound a little surprising to you that so many people got Hawaii? Secondly, a lot of people got places that are tropical with blue water, with palm trees. Does that just prove to you that we all just tapped into our spirit guides and just came up with the same answer? All right, man, that's a lot. Dallas, Tibet. We're not going to Dallas, honey. I don't think any of us are going. For vacation anyway. Wasn't that cool? See, celestial light worker, I'm telling you, this stuff works. If you can do it before your brain gets involved. Now, Thayer, where did you want to go on? They're still coming up with vacation ideas for you. Thayer, where did you want to go on vacation? Or should I say, would you like to go to Hawaii or to one of these tropical places? Hawaii. Thayer said Hawaii it is. Yes. Good job, everybody. Oklahoma during powwow season. That sounds really fun. I would like that. You guys got some great ideas. Great ideas. Yes. Thank you for participating. Tiger, your paintings are going to keep selling. You just, you paint from here, from your heart, right? So we need to keep that heart space elevated, because when your heart space is elevated, you sell paintings. You're in resonance. Okay. But yes, I do see them being popular. So that's good. If nothing else, everybody got some great vacation ideas, right? If nothing else. Oh, did you guys get the troll butterfly kisses? I'm sure somebody did. Thank you for, oh, maybe not. I'll get them. I got them. Oh, an air. Oh, they're not letting me. Okay, I only could put that troll in timeout. So they're going to pop back up again. They wouldn't let me block them. Isn't that crazy? He's in timeout for 5 minutes. You moderators can see it. Okay, it's grayed out. So when he pops back in, try to. Oh, thank you, Beth. Yeah. What happened to you, girlfriend? Anikla, what happened? I was waking by a ghost pushing her hands over my head from behind. Boundaries, 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 boundaries. Are you sure it was a ghost? Was it a ghost? Your grandmother visits you too, dear. Just saying. Oh, thank you. So I probably couldn't get the troll Pamela because you guys already got it. That's what happened. Yeah, zap him when he comes back. Thank you. Anikla, what happened there? So you had a somebody putting their hands over her head. Was it a ghost? No, it wasn't a ghost. Was it a guide or was it a spirit? Your grandmother. Did I just tell you your grandmother visits you? Your grandmother keeps coming in. I'm spending some time with that because I don't know about it. Let me ask this question: was it good? Was it a good thing or a bad thing? It was helpful. Okay, they were being helpful. This person was being helpful. But if you ever wake up and you feel like it's something bad, call Archangel Michael. Okay, just don't waste any time. Just call Archangel Michael. Picture him coming in. He's got a sword. He's an archangel. He's free agent, so he'll come to anybody, no matter what religion you are. Doesn't matter, and he'll help you. I don't think it's a poltergeist, Paul. I was a little bit concerned. I was. That's why I took extra time to look into it. It feels like a woman behind her. It doesn't feel bad. But I will say this, Paul, that the reason I just told her that if something ever bad happens to call Archangel Michael is because I'm sensing that there could be something else there. Right? So I think you're picking up on that. So, Anikla, just don't panic, be scared, any of that stuff. It doesn't help you. Just call in Archangel Michael. Even before you go to bed every night, just call. This is what I do. I call in Archangel Michael and I have him clear the house out of anybody that's not of my highest good. Any energy that's not of my highest good, got to go. Okay? And Archangel Michael will do that for you. Her message, she was smoothing your energy, smoothing you. It was sort of like calming, trying to smooth your thinking or your energy. That's what I'm getting. Hi, Twina. Good to see you too. Judith, this is your community now. Any video, there's a chat, and these people will be in the chat because this is your people. You found your people. Yes, Twina. Yeah, I agree. You do have multiple spirits and guides or family. You do. You have a pretty busy household, but it's all good. Karen wants a cowboy now because she was watching Yellowstone. She's decided cowboys are good. Pamela is so right. She is so right. Always be ready to join this community. Tell people how you're feeling and they will support. There's nothing like these people. I've never seen people like you people. You're amazing. Everybody supports each other. It's all love. And are you guys hippies? I don't know, Susie, if it was a guide. I don't think she stopped breathing. It was sort of like her energy needed to be calmed. Like her energy was jagged, and it was like calming her energy. That's what it seemed like to me. But maybe you're getting something else. I don't know. Yeah, right. Celestial light worker. I use Metatron too. Metatron is really good. I do use Archangel Michael and Metatron. Those are my two go-tos, actually. Yeah, right. Nicola, that's perfect. You put white light around her and went back to sleep. Perfect. Perfect. Yes. You have identical sons, Kathy. Will they ever get married? Man, can they be happy without getting married? I mean, you know what I mean? Do people have to get married and have a family to be happy? I don't know. Will they ever get married? I don't know why I'm just so like triggered by this. It's like spirit keeps saying everybody should be asking, will they ever be happy or will they always be happy? You know what I mean? Because marriages aren't everything. Sometimes they fail. Kids, it's really about being happy, right? So will they ever be married? I do see them both getting married. I do, yes. Um, Yep, I understand. Betty White tribute. We all got to go. We're over 2 hours, so we're going to end this anyway. Yes, Patty, your mom visits you in spirit. Our loved ones visit us all the time. All of our loved ones, the ones that we like, visit us all the time. Yes, absolutely. She was giving you a perm. That's funny. Maybe she was, right? Yes, maybe she was. You guys, I think I'm going to shut this down. I hope this has been fun and helpful. And I just want you to know how much I love you guys. And thank you for showing up and hanging out in the chat. And really and truly, thank you for helping each other. Thank you for supporting each other. I just love that. It just makes my heart just so happy. You guys, I just don't have words for it, to be honest with you. So thank you so much for all being so loving and caring. And know that I love you guys, and I'm sending you guys big hugs wherever you are. And we'll see each other again. I'm going to be hanging out with Jen, I think, this Thursday night. I'm on Allie's channel, which is Heart and Soul Connected. And I'm going to be making this a weekly thing, I think, on Monday nights, but we'll see. So I'll see you guys on YouTube, right? You guys all take care and stay warm wherever you are. And you know what? Do something nice for yourself. Okay. That's your homework. Your homework is to do something nice for yourself. Okay. You guys all take care. Many blessings and much love to you. Okay. Bye, everybody.